jacket is warm, and I'm layered. I have a long sleeve and then a long sleeve white sweater. I don't normally wear like white stuff. All right. Yeah, spend a lot of time at this Publix. Yeah, so I decided to go ahead and put the scale back in my room. I'm like, ooh, it's a good time to do that. These people are tailgating a lot. Okay. Hello. Woo. Finished teaching the class. It wasn't full, but it was close to being full. Okay. Sometimes people can look in the back and figure out what where I might work at, but I'm not just going to be saying, I work at such and such place. No, 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 no. Refreshing. I was putting these sage sticks, whatever you want to call it, and there must have been this other item that was a breakable, and when I turned the corner it broke. You know it's going to crash, of course. And I was looking around, I found the dustpan. I mean, that happens with this stuff. Some of it is so cheap. So I go find the dustpan, and by the time I get back, I see this other person. He's over there with the supervisor, kind of like, oh, this kind of like, he wasn't saying this wasn't there before, kind of like that, like, I don't know how this got here. And then I came up with a pan, and so this is the guy that interviewed me. Did you do it? I'm like, yeah. I said, I didn't see it. I was doing a corner, so they told me where the broom was, and I cleaned it up. So anyway, you know, snitches land in ditches. Want to make it clear they didn't do it. Okay. So let me tell you what happened. And the shift goes on, and I hear a crash, and that person broke something. You got to be careful. Things happen. I mean, it doesn't make any sense. Where's there? Oh, did you do it? If you see something is crashed, okay, and the person is gone, assume that they're going to get a broom. Oh, I don't know how it got here, and oh, what happened? You want me to say what race they are? They weren't this right here, okay? When you say this, you know what race you're talking about. If you don't know, you don't need to know. I'm so glad I locked in this money into corporate bonds, because I would be tempted to just get that money and just pay off this trip. But I just use that for passive income. So I was like, when I tell you, I would have, as soon as I retired, I would have went ahead and did a reservation for a trip and just paid that trip off. I was tempted to do that. I was really, really, really tempted to do that, to pay for the Europe trip. But they're just like, so one lady, she did that. She took some of her retirement money and took a trip of a lifetime. You have to get insurance, of course, and all that. So, but and the retirement person asked, is it really worth it? Is that something you can live with? And she's like, yeah. Yeah, I can live with that. I can live with that. Just like there's things I could have done to my house. Redecorate my kitchen, repaint my house, redo this, re. This one particular person's been on my mind. I've been praying for them. I don't know what they're. You ever just have a, I don't even know, feeling, scent, feel like, I call it the voice of the Holy Spirit. You could have just sense that something's going on with somebody and they're struggling. It's not even like a financial thing, or they're dealing with some real life things, some changes that they weren't anticipating. So they've been on my mind, and also their family. So every once in a while I reach out to them and let them know. Like, some people are very private, and I'm trying to be careful what I say. I just want to make sure I get really good ratings at that hospital. So I'll do everything to make sure that they're comfortable and I get that 5-star rating. I don't want to be the one to say no to the clients. Yeah. And sometimes we're asked to do things, and I don't want to get like if people make you a request, and I'm not trying to get any low ratings. That's all I'm gonna say. I was looking at some of like, you need to make sure they inform the client so they know before they, Anyway. Someone made a request, and with me, I don't ever want anyone to imply I did not accommodate them, okay? So, that's what I'm going to say. I can't talk about it because, yeah. Anyway, next subject. It's kind of, now what I'm talking about, I'm thinking about something at the job. So I'll talk about something else that I feel more comfortable talking about. For the 1099 job, the contract job, when I teach the CPR classes, the people will pay for, let's just say they pay for infant and child, or they just pay for adult. And they want for us to do the adult first and tell them to get out. I have a hard time doing that. You need to tell them to get out. I don't want them to write a bad review on me. So one time they got first aid, and when I teach first aid, I bring out all the things. They're like, oh, well, you don't have to bring out, like, let's just say, for example, a tourniquet. You just need to do that during, if they pay for Stop the Bleed. I'm going to make sure I get some good evaluations. That's all I'm going to say. This one lady said, this is the most complete class I've ever had in my whole life. And I'm still just rehashing and hashing, and I really want to postpone taking my own Social Security as long as possible. And a lot of it depends on how long my kids and us are living together. It seems like they're okay to stay for a while because things are so expensive now. Yeah. So, but I know eventually they're going to want to have more children. So I'm just checking in with them, like, give me a heads up when you get ready to. But at this point, they want to move into their own home. They have to get qualified to have their own home. They might end up having another baby before they move out, to be honest. I'm going to be honest with you. It might end up happening. So, it's enough room. But, when you're in your 30s, you want to make sure you have your children when you're in your early 30s. So that's what a lot of people want to do. And there's people who are having their children in their 40s and their late 30s, but I think that they're wanting to have them when they don't want to wait too long, but they don't want to have their children too close together. So your grandson's giving them a run for their money, though. Okay, I'm really starting to get hungry now. Woo! Ideally, I would like to wait until I'm full retirement age, until I'm at least 67. I don't see myself waiting until I'm 70 to take it. It's gonna... And I think as long as I stay active, I could do the hospital job until I'm eligible for my full Social Security age. It's not that difficult of a job, so you just play it by ear. It's good to do some kind of work to get out of the house, and it helps with having a routine. Then you look forward to having your break, your work, and then you Like, okay, that's over. I get a nice long break until the next time I work. Get a little extra money. Ooh-wee. Hopefully the person I'm thinking out will reach out on me on their own. You know, hopefully they will. When they're ready. Because I've definitely been thinking about them and their family, but I don't push anything. Once I reach out, say I'm thinking of you, praying for you, etc. So hopefully they'll reach out. That's the elf on the shelf right there. I haven't opened it yet. Got that online. And these cups are from Five Below. And this belonged to my grandmother. She used to collect these. She actually had a whole table set. I bring it out around the holidays to honor her.